In 2010, 10,000 bitcoins could buy you a pizza. In 2021, a single bitcoin could get you the keys to a brand new car. And in July 2025, one bitcoin will set you back a jaw-dropping $117,600. But here's the real question. What if a single bitcoin could buy you a penthouse in Manhattan? Welcome to FinWise Now, where we decode the future of money and cut through the hype to bring you what matters. Today's question isn't just viral, it's vital. Could Bitcoin actually reach $1 million? For some, it sounds like a fantasy, a wild internet meme that'll never come true. For others, it's inevitable, just a matter of time and adoption. Over the next few minutes, you'll discover the truth behind the million-dollar prediction. What would have to happen for it to come true? And, most importantly, whether you should buy, hold, or run for the exits. Let's be honest. The idea of Bitcoin reaching $1 million sounds crazy to a lot of people. Skeptics aren't shy about telling you why. They say, Bitcoin is too volatile. They warn, governments will just ban it if it ever gets that big. They scoff, there's no way the world lets that happen. And with good reason. Regulators are coming hard. In the United States, the Clarity Act is shaking up the crypto market, introducing new rules and forcing exchanges to adapt. Central banks are rolling out central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, which some see as a direct competitor to Bitcoin. Even now, institutions hesitate. For every headline about a new fund or bank offering crypto services, there's another about an altcoin scandal or a hack. So if it feels like the world is pushing back, why do some of the smartest investors and biggest institutions still believe in $1 million Bitcoin? What do they see that the rest might be missing? Let's break it down, step by step. First, the institutional invasion isn't coming. It's already begun. BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard. These are not fringe players. These are titans of global finance, and they're not just dipping a toe in, they're swimming in the deep end. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in 2024 was a watershed moment. For the first time, millions of Americans can invest in Bitcoin through their regular brokerage accounts, even inside their 401ks and IRAs. This is trillions of dollars in potential inflows, and it's only just begun. As banks like J.P. Morgan Chase consider lending against clients' crypto holdings, and PNC Bank partners with Coinbase to offer crypto trading, the lines between traditional finance and the world of Bitcoin are blurring fast. Second, the scarcity argument is more relevant than ever. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist. Most of those are already spoken for, held by long-term believers who have weathered every storm, crash, and ban. Every 4 years, the block reward gets cut in half, meaning the supply of new Bitcoins entering the market shrinks dramatically. With each halving, if demand stays the same or grows, basic economics tells us the price should rise. Now imagine what happens if demand explodes. If not just retail investors, but pension funds, sovereign wealth, and corporate treasuries all want a piece of the action. Third, inflation is not going away. Let's be real, governments are still printing money at record rates, and global debt has climbed to unprecedented levels. Even with talk of tightening, fiscal discipline is out the window in most major economies. For investors, this creates a real dilemma. Traditional safe havens like bonds no longer offer much protection. That's why an increasing number of corporate treasuries and high-net-worth individuals are allocating a portion of their reserves to Bitcoin, viewing it as digital gold, a hedge against inflation and currency volatility. Fourth, global crisis means global adoption. In places like Nigeria, Argentina, and Turkey, Bitcoin isn't just speculation, it's survival. Hyperinflation, currency controls, and political instability have driven people to seek alternatives, and Bitcoin is often at the top of the list. What happens when not just a few, but a billion people start to see Bitcoin as safer than their local bank? What happens when global remittances, online commerce, and even day-to-day transactions start flowing through Bitcoin's network? Fifth, Technology is catching up. The Lightning Network now makes Bitcoin transactions instant and nearly free, opening doors for everyday payments and new business models. Big players are building again, bringing new apps, services, and integrations to the ecosystem. Bitcoin isn't just a store of value anymore. It's becoming usable, programmable money. Now let's imagine the moment it all changes. Picture this. The U.S. government quietly adds Bitcoin to its strategic reserves. Earlier this year, the U.S. administration established a strategic Bitcoin reserve, choosing to hold on to seized Bitcoin rather than sell it off. A clear sign that Bitcoin is now seen as a strategic national asset. Imagine a tech giant like Apple enabling Bitcoin payments globally through Apple Pay, or a major country like El Salvador or Argentina fully adopting Bitcoin as national currency. It wouldn't take much. A single spark could become a wildfire. Suddenly, $1 million for a single Bitcoin doesn't sound insane. It sounds like the next step. So is it possible? We're not saying it's guaranteed, but what we are saying is that the ingredients are already here. Bitcoin has survived over a decade of attacks, crashes, bans, and relentless fear-mongering. Each time it's counted out, it comes back stronger. And here we are, in July 2025, with Bitcoin standing tall at $117,600, backed by institutional adoption, regulatory milestones, technological advances, and a global movement that refuses to fade away. Do you believe in $1 million Bitcoin? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see what happens if the US dollar collapses, watch our next episode, exclusively on FinWise Now.